welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Khiara and I'm going into my third year of optometry. So it's just going to be a short video on some expectations for year 2 and also some advice on how to get through year 2, because year 2, guys, is one of the hardest years out of your degree. If you do an integrated master's degree in optometry, then it might be a little bit different. However, some advice I'll be giving you today will still be applicable. Every university teaches a little bit different. I'll just be giving you my experience and also some advice that can still be applicable to your uni. We have a lot more clinics in year 2. First, we had around 3 to 4 clinics a day, and they can range around maybe 2-3 hours a day, or sometimes 1 hour. But you do need to do a lot of prepping for the clinics that you go into, because you don't want to show up knowing nothing. So I had clinics such as contact lenses, binocular vision, clinical skills and dispensing, investigative techniques such as using tonometry or using the OCT, for example. Never go into a clinic without prepping, because your supervisors will expect you to know what to do, to know the techniques and to know the steps you have to take as well. And also you do need to practice some of your lines, you know, how you're going to talk to the patient, and also how you're going to explain the certain technique that you'll be performing on them. If you do some prep and you still feel unsure on how to use a certain technique or how to use a certain instrument, then don't be alarmed, because you won't be the only one. Your supervisors will be there to help you. So how I prepare for clinics, I would have to read the lecture notes or any resources that the lecturer would give me, and then I would just make my own notes, bullet point them, and also just keep that stored and organized in a topic folder in my Notion or just my notability page on my iPad. Sometimes you do get some extra reading that you have to do from resources online or books. What I use to help me is ChatGPT, so you can use that to summarize the chapter of the book that you're reading, and you can just ask ChatGPT to summarize it in bullet points, and then you can use those bullet points as your notes. A lot more quicker that way, and I'm really glad that I found that technique, because it saved me so much time. If I find a video on YouTube, then I'll just watch that too. Otherwise, have fun knowing that the practical that you do will be worthwhile for your entire career. Practical exams, they can be a little bit challenging. We did have some mock OSCEs on binocular vision and also clinical skills and dispensing, such as our refraction practicals. Those were a bit scary because we did have like around 4 stations, and some of our patients were real paid patients and also some supervisors that we had to test on. It's a little bit scary because someone is watching you. However, make sure that you just act natural. Try to not think of it as a big deal. Try to think of it as another practical and just be you, honestly. We tested a lot of paid patients, also some pharmacy students. And with practicals, make sure that you practice at home too, whether that's in your bedroom with a plushie or a pillow. You can ask your family if they want to pretend to be your patient, and then you can just ask them, you know, history and symptoms. In year 2, you will find that there is a lot more content, and the content will be a lot more deeper, and whether that's color vision, investigative techniques, dispensing, clinical skills and studies, binocular vision and neurophysiology is one of the most heaviest topics, I'd say. Make sure that you stay on top of everything. So one thing that a medical student told me is that uni work piles up like pancakes. If you don't eat your first pancake, then the second pancake will stack on top. You have a stack of pancakes that you have to eat all at once with limited time. So productivity is being able to do things that you were never able to do before. Remember that everything you do to prepare for your final exams at the end of the semester or at the end of your year 2 is everything you need to use in your profession. So you want to make sure that you organize your notes, whether that's flashcards or some lovely bullet pointed notes that you keep in a folder on your laptop or on your iPad. Make sure you keep those so that you can use it in the future to return to. Make sure it's easily accessible. On my Notability, I can easily search up a word or a topic, and all of my notes for that topic will show up. In uni, it can be hard to find a balance because you have social events to go to, you have your own priorities, whether that's a part-time job. How I kind of made a time balancing schedule, I just use Google Calendar. So I would use my time management skills by just time blocking all of my study sessions and all of my rest sessions, when I'm gonna make dinner and when I should prepare for lunch tomorrow, those sorts of things. Yeah, so I'll just prepare for the week ahead. So I'll just plan everything I need to do for the next week ahead. People do this 2 weeks prior, however a week would be fine, and I would just adjust my time based on what's happening in the current week. And also make sure you're not working 24/7. So usually I would take 1 day a week where I just rest and try not to do work, or do the minimal amount of work possible, whether that's 2 hours. So you need to make sure that your life isn't all about studying. There's a time for everything, a time to hang out with friends, be with family, and also time to do things that you love, whether that's your hobbies. Take care of yourself, self-care, exercise, go to the gym, walk in the park. How do I prep for lectures? This is a very good question to ask, because how you prepare for lectures is just as important as how you prepare for your final exams. So some people like to prep for their lectures, just make all of the notes before they enter into the lectures, either a week before or 2 weeks before, which I try to do a week before. I know some people do 2 weeks before, and I really like that, because if anything unexpected comes up within your week, like whether that's an event or a social that you want to go to, then you can easily just, you know, not worry about catching up on lectures, because you've already completed the lectures that you were supposed to do next week. So it's such an amazing feeling, and it just gives you so much time and leeway just in case anything happens, and you'll save the stress of getting behind. My lectures, I don't know about your uni, but with my lectures, sometimes they would post it after a week or a week and a half, and there's just no point. I know everyone works differently. Some people like to watch the lecture recordings and then take notes from there because they can pause the video and things. But how I like to take lecture notes, look at the lecture slides, obviously prepare, make my notes before entering the lecture, make my flashcards before entering the lecture, and then after the lecture I'll just go through my flashcards and make a mini mind map, or like a mini summary on the topic. One of the mistakes that I did do for year 2 was to literally make flashcards of every single piece of information. That is not the way to go, because making detailed notes and making sure you remember every single little percentage, like imagine I was spending so much time on memorizing all of the alternative names for glaucoma medications and their percentages. So things like that can easily carry you away. So make sure that you make a summary out of each topic, whether that's a topic within a topic, because you want to make sure you know all the topics for your exam, as any topic can come up. So as long as you have a summary page and you know the most important key points, just kind of use the fireman's technique. So if you can explain a certain topic or a certain definition to a young child, then you should be able to understand the topic. When I make my summary mind maps or pages, I would use the learning objectives of the PowerPoint slides. If you do want some extra help, then you could go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT for the main points of that topic, of that lecture, and that should help you. The pro tip of today's video is to work smart and not hard, because through using effective study techniques such as active recall, spaced repetition, and also just, you know, managing my time effectively by not studying every single thing on the lecture slides, should help you to reduce study time and study hours, and also get everything you need to do to prepare well for your exams. If you feel like you don't have it all together, it's entirely okay. It's hard to not be overwhelmed when there's so much content, there's so much things to do, you feel like, you know, you're running out of time. That is perfectly normal, because I definitely felt that way. Everyone is in the same boat. So when speaking to my friends, my classmates, everyone's going through the same things. People are running out of time to study. Sometimes our discussions would be about taking endless notes on a certain module, a certain topic, for example the pathologies that we had to learn and memorize off by heart for our practical exam. A lot to learn, however we got through it. Keep your goal in mind and have that passion inside of you. Bring that passion of optometry out, and just know that you'll make it to the end. All of your hard work will help you to become the professional optometrist you dream to be. Another bit of advice is, don't be upset if you get a bad grade on one particular exam or one particular module, because that only accounts for small amount of your degree if you think about it. What matters is the overall grade you get at the end of your degree. One of the supervisors told me that everyone keeps stressing about getting good grades. However, it's not about getting good grades, guys. You need to make sure, guys, that you get the grades you need to become an optometrist, which is a second. I know everyone wants to get first classes, but as long as you get to second class, you'll still become an optometrist. And everyone in your course is going to be an optometrist. Everyone in your course is going to have the same optometry career as you. Focus on what's better for you and try your best. University does fly by super fast. I can't believe I'm going into my third year already, my third and final year. All of the optometrists are telling me that, Khiara, you need to enjoy uni because final year, make it the best year. It is your last year. Uni days are the best. Go out with non-optometry friends, go to society events that you want to go to, and just, you know, enjoy your time. And you can still have fun and get good grades. It all just depends on how you balance your time and how you work through the things you need to go through. But I know some people didn't really enjoy year 2 because of just how hard it is. However, I did enjoy it because I did feel like, you know, everything I'm learning is going to be very practical for my future career, and you know, I'm almost there to becoming an optometrist, and it's so exciting. So I really do want to do another Q&A video for you optometry students, so if you do have any questions, comment that down below. And I'm thinking of bringing my optometry friends into my video too, so ask plenty of questions for us, or you can DM me on Instagram or TikTok or whatever platform, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. So it's final year, guys, so stay tuned to my new university vlogs because I'm trying to make the most of it, and I want to showcase you guys what it's like in my final year of uni. I wish you all the best of blessings and strength upon you as you go into your second year, as you go into your new year of optometry. You guys will have so much fun, you'll learn so much new things, and yeah, see you in my next video, guys. Bye.